Dr. Ayelet Giladi, hello to you.
Hello, Netanel.
Hello, and we're here in a series of conversations in our TV studio trying to better understand the movement of Me Too hashtag children, understanding your research, your workshops around the world, helping to prevent sexual harassment in the early childhood. Let's talk about the main value that you're teaching the teachers, the parents, and the children in order to gain respect in the early relations in between the genders. What is the main value that you are teaching?
Well, Netanel, while you're asking the question, you got also the answer. The main value that we would like to lead in our prevention programs is the respect, is the knowledge that first of all, we need to respect our bodies, and when we know how to respect our bodies, we'll be able to respect also others, and others will learn how to respect us back. And if we will take it to the children's world, children's here in Israel will interpret respect in terms of food. You give me something to eat, and I respect you, and I give you something to eat. But respect is much more than just to give someone to share someone what I'm eating. Respect is first of all to be proud of what you are and how your body is, and to know how to give rights for equality for other people who are maybe not my same sex, and maybe they're not from my same skin color, or they're wearing glasses and I'm not, and to understand actually that even if I'm a boy, my role is to respect the other girls and the other boys. And once the children understand that respect, dignity, and equality are three main values that they need to cherish in their life, they will also understand how they disrespect themselves when they're trying to do sexual harassment.
Give me a plain example from because one of the things that are very, very unique in your research is that you are a very, very high skill academic Israeli talent in the Jerusalem University, one of the top world universities, but also you are for many years implementing your research in the ground field with your organizations, your team, and with you yourself. For instance, in the last lecture that you were giving a workshop in South Africa, could you share an example that made this value something that people could grab and understand?
Yes, I think that when you interpreted respect to small children and even to adults, they will understand that they need to get respect even though they're small children. They need someone to take care of them, to give them food, and to housing them. And but they also need to understand that they have to respect their bodies. How do a small child respect his body? In terms of he's washing his hands, he's taking a shower, he's washing his hair, he's cutting his nails. All of those things are part of respect. And when you're respecting your body, you will be able to respect others and to get respect in return. So when we're talking about respect, you empower the child and you give them tools, and you're telling him your body is yours. Nobody can do something to your body without your permission. And it's also concerned people that you know, people from the house. This is your body and you have to protect it. So one of the things that we're doing, we're giving them tools, and we build with them a safety program to know how to keep how to keep on their bodies, and how to say no if someone big is coming and trying to harass you. You will know what to do because you know that you are respected and you're not supposed to get this behavior from anyone. And that safety program, they will actually be empowered And even they're 5 years old, they will understand that someone is coming over their body and he's trying to harm them. And and most of the researchers that we see children are closing their eyes and they're saying, okay, I will count till 50 and then it will finish and then it will disappear. I don't want the child to be like that. I would like this child to understand, when he understands that someone is coming close to his body and trying to harm him, especially around the private organs, he will know what to do. He will know how to protect himself, how to shout, how to defend himself, and how to escape from the place and to get some help. And this is very important. This is empowering children anywhere. In South Africa, I was able to meet women in their 20s, and they had a lot of bad experience in their families and outside the house with harassment around their bodies, and nobody touched them. That their body is their own bodies, and they, even if they're 5 years old, they have the right to get their voice can be heard, and they can say no. And when they say no, they're actually telling the person who is attacking them, this is wrong, I don't want you to do it, and maybe someone will hear and will come to help me. And this is very easy. It's not a hard task to do, but you just have to teach them, as we teach them not to cross the road in red light and not to touch the electric on the wall. We will teach them what is their private organs and what they should do if someone is coming to attack them.
It means that you practically, with your team, are teaching children and enabling also parents and teachers to teach their children and their alumni to shout.
Yes, to defend
not
yourself.
to defend yourself.
Not to be scared, not to be shy, not to think it's because of you, this is what's happening to you. It's not because of you. You are the victim, and you have to shout, and you have to get some help.
So you will never become a victim.
And you will never let the person who are around you to victimize you. You will fight. And you're only 5 years old, but you know your rights. You know that this is wrong on your body, and you have to fight.
And you're telling that and teaching that around the world with children that are not necessarily molested or not necessarily something traumatic happened in their past. No. You're talking for everyone. So it's going to be part of the common knowledge of children in kindergartens, in schools, teacher and parents. Also for the 80% of the people that never occurred in their lives.
You're right. This is something that I see as an equal thing that happens as a norms of behavior. And we will take children, boys and girls together. And we will also talk with parents about that, not with the boys and girls. But sometimes parents are coming to me after my presentation and saying, listen, you don't know what happened to me when I was a child. I never share it with anyone because I thought this is my fault. And now when you're talking, we can understand that this is not our fault, and this what happened should not happen. So we encourage your work, and we would like you to continue doing that. So I'm actually, as a sociology, talking about norms of behavior, and I would like to prevent it. And it starts at early age, at age 5, and we need to give tools for the children. But the children are not alone. There are the educators who are also around with them, and they need to understand that also in terms of lead the prevention. And also parents will get the children in the afternoon. They will have to know and to talk with the children about what they were having that day. They can give examples. Now today the Me Too is all over. Young children are hearing, listening, reading, and asking questions. So this is the time to start doing the prevention work from early age. The child knows what is Me Too, and he needs to know that it's also concern him. And it's good for him to know, to understand his body and how to prevent from those accidents or harassment to happen to him in any stage of the year, any of life, any stage of life, not necessarily age 5. Some of them will find it, will meet it when they're 10, when they're 12, and sometimes in the army when they're 18.
And throughout this last message, in the coming conversations that we are going to be conducting at the right time, you really are teaching young teachers, young adults, and also young children to become better citizens in the long perspective of another 30 or 40 or 50 years, that these seeds are being planted in their behavior by you and your team. So when people are seeing this interview and they want to be in contact with you throughout your new coming book after the great launch of your Hebrew book, and also to be part of your workshops, they just can contact you throughout the Facebook, the cell phone, the YouTube channel, the websites, and all the means of communications that are possible.
Yeah, it will be my pleasure. It's a very important task now in those days.
Dr. Ayelet Giladi, I want to thank you so much for this conversation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.